Okay, we are in the last set of Employability Skills PowerPoint. These are slides 59 through 76. This is from the ICEV slide deck on employability skills. So today we're talking about work-life balance. So having a work-life balance is an employee being able to prioritize between their work productivity and the responsibilities of their job and their lifestyle outside of work, such as their family life, maybe volunteering outside of their job, maybe it's church. Anyway, it is not work. It includes, having this work-life balance includes creating some downtime, making a point to schedule time with your family and friends during the week, maybe going out to dinner, exercising, making time to walk and reduce your stress. That helps your health and creates more energy for the day. So you can implement this work-life balance through dropping activities which reduce your time and your energy, give you more stress. Things like avoid negative gossiping and venting by other employees. That just gives you a whole negative outlook, just makes you feel extra stress, and it gets your blood pressure up. Limit time on the web. If you're on the internet while you're supposed to be working and not doing things that are work related, you're actually stealing from your job. And if your boss catches you doing that, you can lose your job over it. Also, social media. Stay off your phone. Save that for when you have breaks or whenever you go home on your lunch break also. Take time for relaxation. Take a few minutes out of the day to do something to recharge yourself. Maybe it's have a little coffee break or a little snack just to get away from your work environment for just a few minutes. So here's an example I'd like you to answer in your Cornell notes. Examples of employees. Jennifer takes a few minutes out of her day to recharge and often exercises during her lunch break. Mary often spends time in the morning with other employees, gossiping about others and complaining about their work. Andy follows Jennifer's lead, but he sometimes skates out of work early. So who's displaying better work-life balance practices? Write your answer in your Cornell notes. Okay, productive work habits. Choosing to work smart every day through consistent behavior results in increased productivity. Taking more breaks. After several long hours of work, take a moment to refresh by going for a walk or grabbing some lunch or getting a little snack. Use the morning to focus. You can start your day by getting in a good breakfast, some prayer or quiet time in the morning in thought, working out to fuel for a productive day, maybe listening to some quiet music on the way to work. Productive work habits can be implemented through tackling your challenging tasks before lunch. Maybe you've got a big project at work that you need to get done. Work on it in the morning. Save your meetings or busy work for the afternoon. Things like making copies and stuff, that should be afternoon. Create a system to plan and schedule out your day to stay organized. One of the greatest things that I have found is my calendar and my phone. It helps me stay on task, not forget things that I've got scheduled. Stop multitasking. Concentrate on one task at a time and work at a steady pace. I know the buzz phrase is multitask, but it's really impossible. There have been studies done really impossible to do multiple things at the same time and do them well. You really can only focus on one thing at a time. Another way to have a productive work habit is to develop a positive attitude. Create goals, provide a strong work ethic, value good attendance, show up every day, be punctual, be early. If any of you are in sports, you've heard your coach say, if you're not early, you're late. Showing up on time is late. So get in the habit now while you're young to actually be early. Realize the importance of rest and relaxation. So here's some examples. Jim is always multitasking several projects and forgets to take breaks during the day. Felicia is a huge multitasker, but her work is messy and unorganized. Smith tackles his challenging work in the morning and concentrates on one task at a time. So who is displaying productive work habit practices? Please answer in your Cornell notes. Okay, so employability skills are extremely important in the workplace and are often used to determine the following: securing and maintaining employment, getting the job in the first place, your company that you are interviewing with, they are looking, do you have these employability skills, these job skills, these transferable soft skills, people skills? Do you have those? If you don't, you will be, it'll be hard for you to keep your job. Also, advancement, getting a promotion, your company, your bosses are looking at you. Are you doing all these things like showing up on time? Are you being honest? Are you getting your work done? Those can lead to promotions if you're doing the right things. And then terminating employment. There is a right way to do that. We'll talk about that. So securing employment in the first place. If you have these skills, it will give you the assurance that you can secure and maintain and keep a job. It requires employees to practice effective employability skills and includes the following tips. Work hard, stay productive, and use time wisely. Be on time, do not show up late or take long lunches, overuse your sick time, or leave early. There have been people in the past that have called in sick, and then someone from their company or somebody knows the boss saw them out at the store or at the baseball game or wherever they decided to go, and the word gets back to the boss that, oh, well, they called in sick and they weren't really sick. And that can lead to, if you don't get fired now, when there are cutbacks, you'll be one of the first on the list. Also, leaving early. The bosses know who are skating out early. Securing and maintaining employment includes the following tips. Be a team player. Work well with others, and do not gossip about other employees behind their back. If you're a party to gossiping, those people that are gossiping, you can't trust them. They will talk about you behind your back. And then they'll say, oh, she said blah, blah, blah. And then it will look like you're the gossip. So don't hang around those people. Move on your way to your job. Don't complain. Stay positive and appreciate your current job. Be thankful because they didn't have to hire you. And there are other people out there that could do the job just like you can. So be appreciative that you have the job. Offer to help. Volunteer your time for new projects and take on more responsibility. This can lead to a promotion. Keep your thoughts to yourself. Don't discuss issues about your job to the world or put on social media. This is one of the fastest ways nowadays to be fired. People getting on social media saying negative things, not just about their job, but about politics and a lot of things in general. And your company is watching. They're always doing background checks. They can re-up those background checks and check on you. So make sure you're keeping those negative things out of your social media. Okay, securing and maintaining employment. Example. John is often late to work and is always complaining about the work he has to complete. Christy volunteers her time to work on a new project and shows up to work on time every day. Lance is big on volunteering and tries to guilt his co-workers into volunteering outside work. Which of the employees has more job security? Answer that in your Cornell notes. Okay, employment advancement. It's one of the most important factors for employee satisfaction and retention. Moving up in the company is a good thing. It leads to a more clear career path. It's motivating, and you have goals to work towards. The opportunities because of this can be increased salary or benefits and even more promotions. So employment advancement often requires employees to take an initiative and perform the following. Talk to your boss, ask for more work, volunteering for those new projects, working on your interpersonal skills, how you deal with people, being innovative, find a mentor, somebody at the company that you look up to that does a good job. Ask them to help you out on things, to mentor you. Selling yourself. This is about putting your best foot forward and not bragging, but creating a good work environment so that others notice. Keep learning. We are going to be learning for the rest of our lives. Just because you finish high school, when you graduate, you have just started on the learning process. Expand your network of people who are in your job, in your career field. Get to know lots of people, so that may lead to promotions or another company, other jobs somewhere else in the same field. Build your reputation and let it be a good one. Okay, some examples. Katie speaks to her boss about her career goals and often asks for larger assignments to challenge herself. Josh has career goals, but he thinks asking for more work looks self-serving. So who's more likely to advance in their career? And it really doesn't matter the names. I just came up with names off the top of my head. But who would advance more in their career based on these things? Okay, terminating employment. Okay, so there are some reasons that people quit, and we will talk about that when we do job applications more in detail. So these are some of the reasons people give for the reason that they quit their job. Maybe they felt overworked, or they weren't getting recognition or rewards for their good work. Poor relationships or interpersonal skills from other people in the company. Their employer, they felt like they didn't honor their commitments. The employer hired and promoted the wrong people. And employers failing to engage them creatively. Can't speak. Terminating employment. Okay, so we're going to talk about how to properly quit a job. And we'll talk about that more on our job application also. It requires an employee to perform the following. Notify the boss. Schedule a meeting and notify the boss in person Also, give it in writing. Always have a record of it that you gave your 2-week notice.